Hi, Luca.
Hi.
So I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about your relationship to this place, to TDF, and your relationship to the beautiful cats that we have here. Maybe for the first thing, could you tell me, when did you arrive here? And if you can tell more about the cats.
Yeah, arrived here I think in the ending of 2023, and I was looking for a place, for a community, for a place to put some roots on. I've been traveling for 8 years. And yeah, the cats is definitely an important part of me choosing to stay. That and the water retention part of the project. But yeah, from my knowledge, the cats, well, Nombi arrived here maybe 6 months, 5 months before me, and nobody knew her sex, and then suddenly she was pregnant. So the Daijin and Belly were born maybe 3, 4 months before I arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trotsky and his sister arrived maybe 1 month after that. So when I arrived here, they were small.
How did you domesticate them? How did you make them feel comfortable with humans?
So yeah, the process of domestication, especially of Daijin and Belly, was started by Israel and Ismail and Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
They they were here when they were born, so they started, and they were trying with Trotsky, but Trotsky was very traumatized, and his sister.
Coisinha mais linda. Coisinha.
You have dirty eyes. And the other?
What's your relationship with Nonbi, Luca?
It's funny that Nombi, she was the first one to arrive here, and she was very wild. And I would like, when she was passing, like pet her like a little bit, and that was it, and not. And when I arrived here, Bolota, which I think is the father of Daijing and Beck.
The biggest relationship I had in my life was with a biologist that was like a kind of a therapist for animals. She taught me a lot, and I have an inherent interest in psychology, and so I make a lot of connections between biology, psychology, humans, and animals. I like to observe them a lot, and I do know a lot of body language. I do know more dogs than cats, but for me, it was kind of natural. I have a lot of love to give.
What do you think is important for building relationship with cats in this example, or between humans and animals?
I think it is a little bit of it is being open to observe. It is being open to observe. It is being open to listen, and this call and answer. It is being willing to listen, being open. It's not about only wanting to have an answer, but about accepting the answer that you receive, even if it is a no. So this thing is this little dance, and many times the cat or the animal will ask to be released and immediately ask to come back again, is because they're, in my opinion, they are testing to see if they can get off when they want to get off. So they're testing the boundaries there. It's basically very similar in my view to kids that just try to annoy you. They're seeing how far that relation can go.
A long fight.
What's going on, man?
Well, we're trying to fill up the holes because the birds are getting inside the building and, you know, shitting on the new wood that we put on the floor. It's a battle with nature. We're not meant to have it, but that's actually happening. Oh shit!
What's that?
Wasps. Wasps.
It's a nest. Watch out.
Behind you.
Yes.
It's not too much.
He's just a strong man. Do you need anything, man? Do you want a cream or something, or?
No, I think this guy doesn't need anything.
Okay, let's stay up. So maybe there's a bunch of babies. Yeah. So that's the piece that goes in there.
So now my relationship to dogs help me make observations that carry over to my relationship with when I meet people. And when I meet people, sometimes when I do something and I see that somebody maybe feel a little bit shy or ashamed, also help me the next time that I'm gonna try to correct a behavior in an animal. So I think it is all this flowness and connectedness, and I think everything leads me to be a better person in the sense that I can relate better to the environment around me. So I learn with adults, with kids, with animals, with insects, with birds, just observing how they interact, how they. Today I saw two birds fighting, and then so you can see that it is all very very similar, even in its differences.
So good girl, huh? Mm. You have some feathers missing. Oh, they're so soft. They're so pretty. Look, she's all fluffed up.
I forgot another question. Do you like the cats here?
Yeah, of course I like the cats. They're cute. But I prefer the chickens.
Why?
Oh. They don't bite me. The cats do. Yuri is a strong mom. She doesn't like being fucked.
What? What'd you say?
Hilda is a strong one. She doesn't like being fucked. Yeah, did you just see that? The rooster tried to...
She went away.
Yeah, she was like, nope. Look at her, she's bigger than the rooster. She's majestic. She's not going to drink.
Like a strong chicken.
Yeah, she's a strong, independent chicken. She definitely is. Look at her. She's the biggest one in the coop. But my favorite is Margot. But I also like her. She's my new favorite. She's also been a bit like Hilda. She wasn't so cuddly until yesterday. Yesterday, for the first time, she let me cuddle her.
What happened?
She's so soft. I don't know. It just happened. Well, obviously food. They are very much motivated by food. So if you give them some grains, they'll come to you.
They like to be cuddled?
Everyone likes to be cuddled. Oh, she's so soft.
Yeah.
Ja, men bitte in den Engel, ne?
Yeah.
I studied veterinary medicine, and I thought for some time that I would go the career path and become a surgeon for either horses or dogs. So because I already had this handcrafting, I really like sewing, and also in the veterinary medicine it is also like a job with tools. You need to be quite practical. So I also like this part a lot. So surgery would have been the path I would have gone. Yeah.
And so why did you stop it?
Because I didn't like this competition and career-focused lifestyle. And it's really, veterinary medicine can be quite tough in terms of, not collaboration, more like against each other and prestige and stuff like this.
But as in the job itself, taking care of the animals, you actually liked.
Yeah,
You can imagine yourself actually doing this job if there was no competition or all these other aspects.
Yeah, depends for what. Because you always serve the system when you treat, this is what I understood then later, if I treat the milk cow or the calf of the milk cow, then I support the milk industry, which I'm actually not supporting.
Yeah.
Or if I treat the horse, which is coughing in the stable because he's in too much dust and he is in this tiny box, then I'm supporting the system of having animals just for sports reasons or just because actually the main problem is that we as a humankind, we are isolated and lonely. So we try to stop our loneliness by having animals. And then for that loneliness, because we isolated ourselves from nature, from community, and for that animals need to suffer because they're in our husbandry. This is of course there are exceptions, there are dogs which are very nicely in husbandry and horses also, but the majority, in my perspective, 90% is like this, and I don't see how I don't want to support this, so I made the decision to fully leave this thing. The only animals we have here are the cats and the free life, the birds, the animals which are here. And this, I think this is really amazing. because they're free.
Mm.
Cats are the only animals which domesticated themselves to humans.
Mm.
This is the difference between cats and many other animals.
Mm.
They chose. They
Yeah.
can leave. They are free themselves. They are not dependent. We feed them, yes, but they could definitely survive without us. But they really appreciate. They come when they want, and they really have a task also. So it's not, they have a job. They have a job to do. And they are doing their job.
You mean as in hunting?
Yeah, this, like keeping the place, like guarding the place actually, no? Guarding the place, like in terms of like mice and rats and stuff like this, and other animals, but also energetically. Like cats have a big power of like keeping energy, like being the space holder of energy. I think there's a lot we don't know about cats, but there is a reason why Egyptians had cats as their goddess. It's not just like, oh, romantic. I think there's really something in it. And I think you can feel it here a lot. Like the cats really represent the place.
Mm.
Yeah, and they really give a super nice, beautiful energy to this place.
Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, of course. Numbi. She's so cute. I don't know, it's like everything about her is so cute. How she has her paws and yeah. She's so playful, but she's the mother of all and she's so tiny and fine.
Yeah.
But they are all super, yeah, they are all very interesting, but all very lovely and elegant and humble. Yeah, okay, humble maybe not always, but yeah, really, really beautiful cats.
Mm. That's beautiful. Well, and how do you feel about the accident yesterday of closing Beijing in the car?
Yeah, but he was also super relaxed. Yeah, I locked him in the car accidentally for 2 nights and 1 day. And if it would have been a day like this, he would be definitely cooked.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Hello.
how you doing? Making some films.
Yeah, we're just filming a movie
A movie.
about the cats.
About the what?
Cats.
Oh.
Well, about this community, I guess.
I'm no feline.
You're not feline. That's good. We appreciate constructive criticism in the film.
I should film the dogs, the cats, and pets that are living in this house. All the demons. Are we sitting inside or outside? Because if we're sitting inside, I wash my booty.
I mean, I would prefer outside. We can also do inside if you want.
You can sit inside?
I mean, I can give you that.
You give me that.
I can give you that.
I mean, considering there's the stray cat and the wild cat, I could push it to the limit.
No, it's yeah, whatever. Just do it. Why are you not washing a TDF?
Because I like the comfort of not like hanging on the clothes. I like
The dryer, basically the dryer part, kind of.
also just taking the clothes, the wet clothes, like there in the back, a bit curved. Maybe one thing falls on the ground and gets dirty, and
I see.
I see the light.
4 minutes, 4 years for me. It's very good. So
That's very good.
So we have basically until 10 p.m.
That is very good. It's very good. That is very good.
Frida really liked this tree. We were chilling there. She was a bit like an educated cat in the city. A bit afraid, I think, of this scene.
Oh, they're
And-
rapping.
Yeah, man, we didn't figure out what's going on there, but there was something going on already last time.
Check.
Yeah.
Don't see them though. Here.
Yeah.
Or like just hide.
Yeah.
I think it's church. What?
Yeah.
Thanks, my friend, for inviting me to this. Appreciate it. Scene from the gym.
DiCaprio. Wall Street. Wall Street.
The US. We have to think about it more.
Just think about it for a second. Donald Trump Jr. Just think about it for a second. You think it's
All the
something that's
analysis are too basic.
too pessimistic, like
No,
too...
to be what, but yeah,
Yeah,
too simplistic.
I see. They will fight back. The white supremacy will fight back.
No, I'm saying just to understand the US. People are either like nice US rap, whatever money can invest, or it's shit. They don't understand some examples where there's an anticipation of what we
This sweater that I'm wearing, I wear it for probably half of the days I was here. I really appreciate this sweater because it's light, it's thin, so it's not hot when it's like raining and humid, like in Portuguese spring. There's a lot of rain, but it also covers you. So it was actually a perfect gift for my graduation for the first course I did at the school. The school is written on the back. You can see it here. It's Calo Ecologisch Landbouwschole, which means, and I was really focusing on doing nothing in Italy, actually at this my friend's summer house in Amalfi Coast. It's very wonderful, and it was also already about farming because I was helping his father with him to basically. So anyway, so there was this house with the lemon trees, and there was a beautiful cat, Mary. So I just took a swim in the morning, went back for like a meditation or doing nothing, and then cooking the lunch, playing with Mary, and then going. And I started going to church essentially, which is a funny thing because I was never like a religious person or anything, and somehow in this doing nothing, the only thing that was to do there in this little like village by the sea, one of the main things was grannies going to the church, you know, and I just went in and I really liked, I liked the music of course, and I liked this aspect of like aura of singing and like people singing together in a space. I think it's very powerful, no matter if it's Kirtan or Catholic Church or whatever it is.
It's like, why would we not do that instead of having to wait for enough mushroom substrate to fix it?
Yeah, I'm transferring that question to Offer. I'm calling for help. It's important to delegate questions.
There's no reason why not. We can do it.
Questions?
She can take the deck and she can pick a card and keep it.
Okay. With looking or without?
No, you can look. You can also explore the deck so you can have an idea of how it is. That it's not like fake and you recognize the cards too. Was this a card?
Very nice. I still haven't figured you out.
No,
Yeah.
what the hell?
But I wasn't really following.
Okay, wow.
Alright. Really, you wanted to give her this card?
Yeah, I wanted her to pick this card. And then I saw that she's speaking coins, and I thought she's speaking for some reason 5 coins.
What?
The other day.
Nah.
Nah.
How?
Not a good idea.
I don't like. Do you like the pressure?
But it's crazy how you picked the 3 coins. I mean, okay, it makes sense, but still, it's nice.
When? Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I thought about the 3 coins.
No, I haven't. I didn't.
Wow, no, I mean, that's even better. Because your subconscious is speaking.
Yes.
So that's good. That's even fucking better. Because you didn't think.
What happened?
She picked 3 coins.
From the deck.
Yeah, and basically, you know, there was this whole story that I found in 2 or 3 places. 1 euro coin in weird, like first not too weird place, but then second time a bit more weird, and then third time behind the painting, like on this parapet thing on the wall, like it was weird.
So you found 3 coins.
Yeah, I think I found 3 coins. Then I asked Luca when I found that one, the last one, because he passed by, and I was like, you know, I told him the story. He's like, oh yeah, I also saw this 1 coin in the workshop on the table. And he said, yeah, well, maybe. I don't know, maybe like spell of abundance. Something.
What did he write in the note?
He wrote the following. I hope you find it, brother. And when you do, feel that love. Luca. So we are connected, even beyond the story of the cats. So I think the phenomena of synchronicities is actually quite real. Yeah, so I think read Jung, I would say. It's worth reading. Yeah. It's like my manager told me, in digital marketing company, my manager told me an important thing. You know, you're the bus driver. Timur, I want you to be the bus driver. It's like you don't need to know all the things, but you just say things with confidence. Like a bus driver. You just drive the bus. And you're in control.
What the fuck is this? Is that the best you could come up with?
Yeah, but that's how he said not 1 time, like several times. Yeah, I think
Supplying water.
water is important. In many aspects. How do you identify yourself on your life journey right now? How would you call yourself if I asked you who you are?
I think I still couldn't answer this question. I think one of the things I started traveling is because I kind of forgot the answer to this question. And I think I still haven't found it.
What do you feel is your place in the community? How do you find your place? What do you need to be yourself?
I think I need trust. Most trust in myself, mostly. Not only from people, but in myself. And I need the feeling of being safe at the place. And yeah, I think I found it here, this feeling of safety and trust. So I think I could be myself in this 6 weeks. Not from the beginning, but somehow, sometime it unfolded, kind of. What is my place here? I think it's about holding space for people, about the social aspect of being there for people and their processes while being myself.
What do you think is needed or important for a community to have space for people like you?
For me, community should hold the space for everybody being themselves with all the differences that we have.
Even if they're troublemaking cats.
Even then, yes.
Mm.
Yeah, of course.
That's why we have Trotsky.
And you. Yes. Of course. Even then.
You know what I think is your place in the community?
Tell me.
I think you are the water tower of this place.
I like that.
Without water, plants are drying out
And people are drying out.
or burning out.
And burning out. Yes.
I want to thank you, Frida.
Thank you.
Thank you for holding space for me.
Thank you for finding trust in me.
I understood that for myself I really need to take more time to nurture the water within me, the calmness after spending and exchanging a lot of energy in the community. And I learned in parallel just about watering the plants here, like how it is important to have an irrigation system on time. Before you plant anything, you need to know that you can supply enough water for the future when the heat will come. I'm grateful to offer, I'm grateful to you, Frida, for the patience and the ability to be slow and with care to tend the garden, to tend humans in the community and give time and space. The other beautiful learning is that it takes some time, but I'm grateful that the pumpkins that I planted here, some of them already bring fruits, and it's just beginning of June. Today is the 14th of June. Yesterday I tried the first pumpkin that offered made.
Woohoo!